Yo, what's up everyone? Daniel Yuck here. Thank you all for tuning in today. I appreciate it. Today we're going to be diving in and reviewing this tattoo machine from Mummy, as you can see right here. Now this is going to be a Mummy wireless tattoo machine. I will go ahead and leave the links in the description below for you so you can go ahead and check it out on your end. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is, all I've done is I just cut the tape open. So we are going to actually take it out of the box together. We're going to review everything. I just cut the tape open so that way I can save some time and to make it easier to take out of the box here on video. Now, as you all can see, this is the box here. This is actually a really cool box. I'm a very big fan of these graphics. This is what the box looks like up close. These are the graphics on the side, as you can see right here. Very, very nice box overall. And again, I will go ahead and leave links in the description below for you. Let's go ahead and take off the hood and let's see what's under the hood here. So as you can see, we have a foam padding here. And within the box, we have a charging cable. We have an O-ring right here. And then we have a little dock here to put that on the charger. I've never seen one of these any machine actually come with one of those, so that's different as well. Let's go ahead and proceed here, and we're going to check out the machine now. So the setup is very, very simple. The contents is very, very simple and straightforward. This is the machine up close right here. So as you can see, it is a wireless tattoo machine. This is the top of the battery right here. This is the cosmetics of the actual battery and build right here. I'm a big fan of these engravings right here. That looks pretty cool. I'm a big fan of that design. It is a click grip, as you can see. This is the bottom portion. We will go ahead and take a look at the performance. We're going to be diving in to up close looks here as we are. We're going to take a look at disassembly and more throughout this video. But to start off, I wanted to go ahead and unbox it with you all. I wanted to show you all the cosmetics up close. Let's go ahead and run down. It does have a little bit of weight, but it's lighter than what it's lighter than some machines that I've held in the past. So it has a nice balanced weight though overall. There's more weight in this area than in the battery. So that's cool. It does feel like a short style pen tattoo machine. And this is the battery right here. So I'm assuming this is going to be higher, lower, power on and off. Very straightforward. So as you can see, it does turn on, and you can move in increments of 0.1, as you see, which is something I'm a big fan of. Or you can hold it down and it goes in increments like so. So the lowest voltage is going to be 5, which is outstanding. And the highest voltage, as you can see, goes in increments of 5. The highest voltage is 12. Overall though, I'm definitely liking the graphics. I do like that green there, that's nice. At my favorite, so you can see it there. At my favorite, this is one of my favorite voltages to use on majority of these style tattoo machines. And 7.5 has very, very low vibration. It feels very, very nice in my hand as well. And again, throughout this video, we're going to push different configurations. Like we're going to try round mags, we'll try some round shaders, some liners, and more. So we're going to go ahead and push everything in between. But this is what the machine sounds like. So it's actually really nice, really low in vibrations. I do love that we get that range of voltage. So if you press the P button, it turns off, as you can see. And then as you can see, there's a timer that actually tell you how long you've been in the session, which is also a great feature. I don't know if you can hear that. There's going to be a jump start though. I'm not mad at that as well. That's pretty cool. But overall, as you can see, very, very smooth, very, very straightforward machine here. The grip, super easy to come off. There's not much to it. Very, very straightforward, as you see. This is the grip. The overall size of the machine though is definitely not big at all. This is one of the smoothest grips to take on and off that I've ever felt actually. So as you can see, this is the overall size of the machine. This assembly is very straightforward. I'm pretty sure you can go ahead and put this into the autoclave, clean this separately. Go ahead and clean this as you should. The battery, you just unscrew it like so. And that's what we are working with right there. That is the build. That's how you would take it apart. Very, very straightforward. You can go ahead and wipe this down with like some Opticide, Cavicide wipes, something to that extent. But this is the build of the machine. Very easy, very straightforward. This is the battery, this is the body, this is the grip. Very straightforward stuff there. Not too complicated at all. Just showing you all up close here. And this is the grip. So overall, this machine feels like a nice machine. I have yet to come across, there's very few machines, or actually I was putting it in wrong. But overall though, this machine is very, very nice. I do like the build. It does feel like a nice quality build here. It's not a bad build by any means. It feels powerful, it feels consistent. The voltage wasn't fluctuating or doing anything weird upon testing it out there. Very easy to reassemble. As you can see, assembly and reassembly is very straightforward. There's really nothing to it. Overall though, in terms of cosmetics and how the machine feels, I'm liking it. I'm liking the way this machine feels. Now, for those who see my reviews, there's a couple of things that I look for within machines, and it is the build. If it's user friendly, if it's difficult to maintain, easy to sterilize, if it's going to be easy to wrap, you know, all of these little things are things that I am looking for. It's going to be the same for every machine that I come across. There's just simple fundamentals that I follow. Is it easy to put a plastic barrier around? Is it powerful enough to push round shaders, round mags? Which is why I tested that here in the videos as well, because, you know, there's a great chance that I may be using a round shader, and there's a good chance that I could be using a round mag. There's a chance that I could be using larger configurations is where I'm trying to get at. So again, there's multiple things that I look for upon reviewing tattoo machines, and I'm always looking for the fundamentals that I use upon tattooing. I'm looking for sterilization. Is it easy to maintain? Is it easy for even a beginner who's just getting into tattooing to handle and maintain? Is it a healthy balance of weight? You know, all of these little things that I mentioned or talk about with the video are things that I look for. So if you look at my reviews, I'm going to speak about the same fundamentals on every single machine. That's what we are going to reference, these little fundamentals. Like, again, weight, sterilization, user friendliness. And right now the machine, it's not bad. Like, I do give it a 4 stars out of 5 right now in terms of like cosmetics and build. I give it a 4 stars because it is user friendly. However, we can't put anything past the grip on up into an autoclave machine, as we will damage it. So all that we can put into an autoclave machine would be, or any machine of any sort, would be this one right here. For me, that's why I give it a 4 stars. I can't give it a full 5 because we can't put this entire unit into an autoclave. However, this can be wiped down again with like Opticide wipes, Cavicide, to still go ahead and get to where you are going. So with that being said, let's go ahead and proceed. We're going to get into wrapping the machine. We're going to get into testing out the performance, and we're going to go ahead and come back and give our final opinion on this specific tattoo machine right here by Mummy Tattoo. So without further ado, let's go ahead and proceed accordingly. Also, I want to mention this little cool felt bag right here also has the Mummy logo, which I think is really cool. I think it's cool when the companies go above and beyond and customize even the little felt bags that come in the units. That's awesome. So well done with that, Mummy. One of the main reasons why I'm a personal fan of pen style tattoo machines is they remind me of when I would do graffiti. Like, we would use Sharpie markers like this that were kind of this size and just practice writing like so, and that's what these remind me of. Not to mention, they're also very, very easy to wrap. So as you can see, I have just a plastic barrier here. It's like a little slip. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open one end, obviously just slide that tattoo machine in there, and upon doing so, I'm going to seal off both sides with a simple adhesive wrap. So I will go ahead and either make a full demonstration on this, and I will just also show you all here. Now for this, it looks as though I need to find the opening. Here we go. So I'm just gonna go ahead and demonstrate as well real time here with you all. I wanna be careful not to tear this. So as you can see, very simple. Now we have an entire plastic barrier covering the entire machine, as you see. And this is going to be a Sinra adhesive wrap, as I mentioned. And typically I would get a napkin and rectangle it up and roll it around. So for that, I'm gonna do that. But what I'm also gonna do is I'm going to get a small piece of adhesive just to keep this all down right here. And that's basically how I would wrap it. And then the other side, I would kind of just continue, leave the little screen like that. And then over here, I would do the same thing, get my napkin, wrap it around like so. And then that's how I would tattoo with this specific, that's how I would wrap and tattoo with this specific machine. Very, very straightforward stuff there. So we are now done wrapping the machine, and this is exactly how I would wrap it. I ended up just tying this top part right here, as it'd be much easier. Kind of just trim that off if that bothers you. But you can get the idea here. As you can see, we have a full barrier around the machine. It is completely covered in plastic. You can go ahead and double it up with another layer of plastic should you choose to do so. But for me, this demonstration is going to work out just fine. As you can see though, this mummy tattoo machine is also very, very simple and easy to wrap. This is how I would go about doing so. Then we could just open this up right around here. And then as you can see, this is going to go right through the middle, so it doesn't have any interference. Put it through, turn it on. And as you can see, we are good to go. Very, very nice machine. So now that we have this machine wrapped and ready to go, let's go ahead and test out multiple needles. So I think this is going to be a 5-round liner, if I'm correct. This is going to be a Stigma 5-round liner. I have a Big Boss 005 5-round liner. I also have a Rain 17-round mag right here, and this is also 00. I have a standard 9-round shader from Rain as well, and I have a 00 18-round liner, as you can see. So I figured pushing multiple configurations from smaller round liners all the way up to larger round liners, round shaders, and even larger mags would give us a good idea of the performance of this specific mummy tattoo machine. So I'm also going to grab a sheet of real skin, and we're going to begin demonstrating the performance here. So I decided to go ahead and bring you all up close. As you can see, this is the mummy machine that we just wrapped that we will be reviewing. For this, I'm going to start with the Big Boss 00 5-round liner, long taper right here. And we're gonna like test this out. Since it is a longer taper, I'm gonna use it to test out a little bit of dot work, a little bit of stippling. And then we're just gonna proceed and work our way up the chain of configurations there that we have available to us right now. So this is going to be the Big Boss 5-round liner, 00 5-round liner. We are running at 7.5 volts as well. I'm going to try and keep the voltage consistent and practical. I align at 7.5 most of the time, depending on the feel of the machine. And then I'll switch over to like 5 volts, 5.5 upon stippling. But overall though, when I'm pulling lines with this small of a configuration and my needle's not even hanging where I would like for it to, I'm not going to adjust it, simply because I just want to stay in the ballpark so that way I can use all of the configurations without having to readjust on the fly here. I just want to keep everything easy and transparent. Adjusting the needle depth is a bit of a, not challenge, but depending on how you wrap it, the way that I wrap it makes it a bit more difficult. However, if you chose to wrap it differently, then it won't be as difficult as it would for me. I would just simply have to kind of just turn it, that would risk opening the barrier, which is what I'm not trying to do. So that's why I set the needle depth prior. It's not a big deal to me. So overall, I'm loving the way that this machine is pulling lines. It's pulling lines with ease with this 5-round 00 long taper. I'm actually going to drop this down to 5.5 volts. I'm just going to test out some stippling right here. As you can see though, it is definitely capable of giving us that nice peppered dotted look there, as you can see, and that is at 5.5 volts. I can even drop it all the way to the lowest setting, which is 5 volts, and it has a nice soft hit. The machine does have a bit of give. It's not too much give, and it's not a little bit either, so it has a nice amount of give as well, which would give me more time over the skin upon applying stippling or any sort of dot work. I'm going to try a little bit of dot work before we go on to the next configuration. And be sure to hit that subscribe button so that way you can go ahead and stay with me, and I will go ahead and bring more videos on the performance of the machines that I review later on as well, should I use them in the tattoos that we will be doing. So for dot work as well, it's really nice. It doesn't have a hard hit at all. And that's what I look for when I'm doing like stippling or dot work, especially with this small of a configuration. I'm always looking for how hard the machine hits. And for this specific configuration, I'm enjoying how it's pushing lines. I'm enjoying how it's doing stippling and dot work. It's definitely capable of doing that. And as you can see, we're running at 5 volts there. What I would like to do now is I would like to arm the machine up with the... Let's go with a bigger configuration here. So what I'm going to run is the Rain standard 9-round shader, and we're going to go ahead and pull some lines and see how this specific machine pulls lines. And I'm at 5 volts. I'm just curious to see if it pushes at 5 volts. So the machine does still push at 5 volts because of that jump start. As you can see, it's pushing fine with ease. Before this, we're going to go back to the 7.5 volts. And we're going to go ahead and test out some lines here. Okay, so we're going to test out some lines here with the Rain standard 9-round shader. Just making sure that I get on frame here for you all to see. Now right off the bat, I can typically tell when a machine is going to be too weak to get nice, one-pass, bold, thick, saturated lines. And I'm not getting that from this machine. This machine doesn't feel like that at all. Granted, a lot of that will come down to, your technical application and ability. However, for this specific demonstration running at 7.5 volts, it definitely does not feel weak at all. I'm going to go ahead and zoom it in a bit more so that way you can see here. And I'd love to hang my needle out that far so that way I can get that nice dot at the end and my ink's not pulling under my needle there. So as you can see though, it's pulling nice, bold, one-pass, smooth, saturated lines. And I'm just matching my hand speed to the current voltage at hand. It's definitely performing and excelling in terms of pulling larger configuration lines with round shaders. And I love pulling lines with round shaders, so like the machine that I use would need to be able to do that with ease without giving me issues. And I really don't have to try. I'm not really going out of my way. I'm not doing any double passes to shape the line up to make it look good for you all. They just come out nice the first try that I pull the lines, as you can see. Just find that dermis, be consistent, be confident. Overall though, it's very, very nice. So as you can see though, it definitely pulls lines with round shaders with no problem. I can't say anything negative in terms of pulling round shaders there. That was with ease. I didn't struggle. The machine is not getting warm or hot at all either. I'm going to throw that in there. I would like to pack some black with the 0017 round mag by Rain, and I want to go ahead and see how this machine packs, and then we can go ahead and go over to the 0018 round liner and pull a big round liner, pull lines with a bigger round liner to see how that works out as well. So for this, again, for all of the larger configurations besides the 5 round liner, we're going to be using 7.5 volts, pushing the Rain with no problem at 7.5 volts. Let's go ahead and see how this machine packs black now. As you can see, it's very, very easy, very, very fluid. I don't have to put much effort. And as you can see, let me wipe that away so you can actually see it. It's saturating black just fine. It's not showing any problems or any signs of struggle. There's no adverse fluctuations in the voltage or anything like that from this specific wireless machine. Overall though, Mummy did a great job with this specific machine right here. I'm a personal fan of it. It's not a bad machine. I can definitely recommend it. If someone's looking for a true wireless machine, it's not bad. It's a cool tattoo machine. It's a very powerful one as well. As you can see though, I'm just literally taking my time, making sure that the area is saturated correctly so I don't have to go back over, and the machine meets me halfway as well. But you get my drift though. Overall, this machine right here definitely packs black just fine. There is no issues with it packing black. It's definitely capable of doing that. And in theory, to me, if the machine packs black fine like this with ease, I feel that it would do the same for color as well. So packing black, packing color, don't think you'll have any problems there. As you can see, it's very, very nice, very dark and very saturated. And again, that is the Rain 0017 round mag. Let's proceed now and let's jump into the 0018 round liner. Now, I'm not too sure what company this is from. I forgot the top. Forgive me for that. However, we are going to see how this machine pushes larger round liners of this configuration. And I always go for the larger round liners, again, as I've stated, because if it can push these with ease, if it should push these with ease, I figured it'd push smaller configurations as well, in theory. So again, we're keeping it at 7.5 volts. And we're gonna pull some lines and see how this goes. So as you can see though, it's definitely capable of pulling lines with round liners as well. There's no issues.
I kind of figured that it was going to pull lines with round liners with ease based on the fact that it did that with the round shaders. But I just wanted to go ahead and demonstrate on camera for you all right here. Overall though, very nice saturated lines, no complaints in terms of pulling lines here. So there you go. That, as you can see, it's pulling lines with the 18 round liner, no problems at all. Still pulling at 7.5 volts. Overall though, I'm definitely giving this machine a thumbs up and at 5 stars in terms of performance. In terms of performance, it's very smooth, very easy. The machine does what I need it to do. And again, these are just basic demonstrations. If this was a full-blown tattoo, I'm sure that it would, you know, meet my requirements in terms of what I needed at that moment in time. And by that, I'm looking for, you know, if it's soft enough to do dot work and stippling, or if it can pull smaller lines, you know, with smaller diameters, if it can pull multiple configurations from round shaders to round liners, round mags. As you can see, these demonstrations are all there and it excels in all of them. For the price, this machine definitely packs a punch. It is definitely worth the investment. On top of that, it is a truly wireless machine. You can, you know, use the battery and never ever have to use a standard power supply or any wires like that. So if you're looking for a wireless machine, this one's definitely one worth looking into. Again, I am going to leave links in the description below for you so you can go ahead and check this out on your end. Now, for my honest opinions on this machine, I will go ahead and list them accordingly. I personally feel that this machine right here gets a thumbs up or 2 thumbs up for me and a 4 stars. And it's getting a 2 thumbs up and a 4 stars because of the performance and the build. Now, the reason why I pretty much took a star off is because of that build. Now, I would personally like to be able to put majority of the tattoo machine that I'm using into a machine of some sort for further sterilization. Since I can't do that with this machine, you know, that right there alone set it back a star. It could have set it back 2 stars, but however, the ease of use, the performance, the overall look of the screen here, I'm a big fan of the green graphics, the little features that it offers as well, and the voltage range kind of makes up for that. We can also just use opticide wipes, cave-side wipes to wipe down the body thoroughly, since we can't put it into any sort of machine as it'll damage the inside components. That is why I was on the fence about, you know, 3 to 4 stars, but I give it 4 because of the performance. It is nice. It met me halfway with pretty much all the little demonstrations that I threw at it. I don't have any complaints besides, again, the part that we can't put the entire body into an autoclave machine. Other than that though, I can definitely recommend this machine if someone's looking for a machine to use, one that's powerful, one that's dynamic, and that can do a variety of things. This one is definitely one to look into. And again, I'm going to leave links in the description below for you. Now, at any point throughout this video, if I didn't touch base on something specific that you may have wanted to know, please, by all means, feel free to drop it in the comments below, and I'm going to do my best to assist you in the best possible direction. If you're not, be sure to go ahead and give me a follow on social medias. I have social medias all under the same name at Daniel Yuck, DANIELYUCK. I would genuinely appreciate the support. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring that bell for me, as I will be bringing more videos like this. Thank you for tuning in yet again. Y'all have a great day.